trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, looking good, Billy Ray, feeling good, Lewis. This is the stock market from 1966 through 1982. I wanted to go through to show you, if you'll remember, President Kennedy was assassinated on November 22nd, 1963. The Dow was trading here at 673. When it opened on Monday, he was shot on a Friday, of course, but I believe it opened on Monday, and the market was down 2%. It was trading down about 25 points. That was quite a bit on something that was trading at 680. But you see, that was in the middle of a bull market that went all the way up to 1,000 into several years later, and then of course it came down. The next time we had an assassination, this was Nixon when he resigned. That was August the 8th of 1973, and then we had the move in 1974. Let me see. I make sure. Here's where President Gerald Ford was shot here. You can see it didn't have anything to do with the market. It just stayed there, and then it finally went down on a regular cycle. And here was when Reagan got shot right there. That was March 31st of 1981, and the market was already going down, filling this big ABCD pattern right here on August the 9th of 1982. And you can see the market from there has never looked back. I mean, this was this 1982 low. If you went back and did all the numbers with that big ABCD, you'll see how big it was, because it was something that took six years to complete. That was basically a 6-year bear market. And of course, when we took this out, remember, this is when the August, I was there on the floor in January of 82, and when we took this out in 83, it never looked back. Down here, folks, the S&P was trading at 103. Today, it's at 56 or 5,700, something like that. So I bring this to your attention because I focused on it during the videos that I sent out. I said, I know it's a big deal, but the market is probably going to do what it's going to do anyway, and that's exactly what it did. We went up and made new highs. And that's why it's important to pay attention to these numbers. I get a lot of but I get a lot of concern, the fact that people are concerned that I've made this big prediction on the stock market making a high in here. But folks, I've looked at all this stuff for a very long time, and I can tell you with a great deal of confidence that I believe that I'm correct. I might be a little bit early, always in doubt. What was it? Never wrong, but often wrong, but never in doubt. That was the old thing. But this is what the NASDAQ is telling, because I went through all these. I'm not going to go through them again. It's basically, wasting my time and your time, and I don't want to do that. All I can tell you is, looking at all these things that I'm looking at, and I looked at all of the indices, everything, and I'll share some of them if you want. I think the one you ought to look at today, the one that's been lagging the market the most, has been the Russell. And look at the Russell. This is a daily. I just did this on the other part. There's your 1, 2 ABCD pattern measuring to within 1 point of that actual high. Whether that means anything, I'm not sure. But there's your ABCD, and that was one that filled. Another one that we were worrying about during that move was the Dow Jones Transportation, the IYT. Let's get that up here, and you'll see that it also has completed an ABCD here today. There's the ABCD at 66.83. The high was 66.89. Well, maybe it works, maybe it doesn't. Anyway, that's what we're looking on that. I went through all of them, folks. The only one that is out of step today is our good friend, Mr. Appel, who's down by the well. Hold on just a second. There's an old, get that up here so everybody can see it. There's just no holding this one back because everybody likes it, and as they should. It's been a fabulous stock. It certainly has. You can see here we gapped up today, and we're still up quite a bit, 235. A high has been 237, but this has gone farther, much farther than I thought. I thought it was going to stop around 220, around this area here, and we've gone even higher. You can see the long-term ABCD on this. Oh my goodness, I just found this out. I didn't even look at this. Oh wow, since 2023, ABCD measures to 237.86, and the high today was, missed it, 237.23. So that one's no good. Anyway, pay attention here, folks, because what's coming, it's going to be really, really interesting. I think we should salute to, hold on one second, I want to get this off the board here and basically look at what we're seeing here right now. I have an interesting story to share with you. Let me get this out of the way, and I'll get this other. I should tell the answer. I got time to tell it. What the heck? Hold on here just a second. I want to get one of these charts up so we watch something that's going on that is quite interesting here, and that is in this soybean meal, and all this stuff is absolutely crashing, folks. You can see here we're breaking down. Well, we've been breaking for a long time, but even on the dailies, look at this. We're just breaking down hard. We're getting really close to the 1.618 level here in soybean meal sometime maybe the next day or two. 1.27 didn't hold it. This is the one we look at the most, 1.618. So that's much what we're looking at. 1963, I'm doing my first year at graduate school in Indiana, and there were 25 kids in the class. They were all from Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Kentucky. So they were all, basically farm boys or raised in the farming communities. And all of us were gun enthusiasts. And the gun that Mr. Oswald supposedly shot President Kennedy was a Mannlicher Caccano 30-06 Mauser knockoff made by the Italians. And folks, it was the worst gun in the world. Shotgun News sold that gun. Basically a brand new gun for $9.95, and it came with 50 rounds of ammunition. They were getting rid of all the weapons from World War II and Korea, so they were just dumping stuff out, and so you could buy a brand new 45 automatic model 1911 for $35. Those guns are $1,000 now. Anyway, let's get back to it. Okay, so we were talking about the gun, how bad it was. What happened was the mechanism of the bolt action was not set right. In other words, the Italians didn't set it correctly like the Germans did. If you get a piece of grain in one of those things, they don't function very well. That's why the AR-15 shot pretty good and was selected for Vietnam, because you could shoot the darn thing underwater. The Mauser didn't have that. And if you took it out and put a bullet in it and used the bolt action, which rattled all the time, it was never tight. And we had 5 of those guns out of the 25 people, and we took them out and shot them and stuff. And you couldn't even hit the side of a barn. You really couldn't. You could put a melt watermelon or a barrel out there. It's just a terrible gun. And to think someone could shoot 3 shots in 3 seconds? Impossible. And even hit something moving from 150 yards away, not happening. Well, anyway, that's neither here nor there. Okay, that's enough of that. Anyway, I just want to give you that was an old story that I remember from back in the old days. All right, question is, am I going to buy soybean meal at 303? Most probably yes. We've been down, we had a 2-day rally here. We're down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 days. Boy, that's really Barry. So the risk here is going to be really small. So let's take a break, and we'll be back just a minute, I hope, with God willing.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
The stock market is a delicate, interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Okay, folks, I'm going to go through the MAGA stocks because I also did those from patterns. I don't trade these, but I'm just looking at the patterns. There's your ABCD. We already measured that. You see it came there to 30. Well, this says it comes to, well, I can't get it right. Shut the front door. There it is. 37 or 38. The high today has been 37. I think we looked at it. It's pretty close to that area anyway. Okay, the next one here is NVIDIA, which has been the leader of the pack. And as you can see here, it's actually even down today. You can see here, there was your 786. It's acting relatively bearish. And then, of course, here's Tesla. Actually, Tesla was up quite a bit this morning. And that was because Mr. Musk gave Mr. Trump a bunch of money. Hold on a second. Yeah, we had a pretty good run here. That's not really one of the mega stocks, but here's the other ones. See Avco. That's also rolling over from a 786 retracement right here. So it hasn't made new highs in a long time. Here's Google. Oh, shut the front door, Larry. That's one that split. Hold on. You'll be able to see it here. There's Google here over since 2023. It measured to 195, and the high was 190. What the heck was the high? 195, 190. Well, 194.39, so it missed it by a little bit. That's where it is right now. That's a weekly chart. Let's look at the daily. I don't know if that'll make any difference or not. Actually, no, but that's the number we're looking at, was roughly 194. Here's SMCI. It's another one. Here's another of the semiconductors. It started higher, now it's lower on the day. Let's see if it made the 78% level right here on today's move. Yeah, there it is. Hit the exact 786. And then here's Meta. It's also getting whacked a little bit here today. Actually, it's basically, I can't tell whether that's correct. It's basically unchanged. We've had a real quiet inside day in Meta, but none of these are really breaking out to the upside. Here's Amazon on the long-term weekly. It measured to 200. It's now 191. The high was 200. We missed it by 22 cents. Well, we can't count that one then. All right, and here's Microsoft, the one that never stops going down. And we'll look at it today. It's actually on the weekly. It had a down week, and of course it's below the 618 now, so it's also moving a little bit lower. Looking at it on the daily here, it's gapped down, and 2 days in a row it gapped down and didn't do anything. So anyway, that's what I'm looking at. Now I looked at all these patterns, and I stopped to look at the overbought, oversold, the fear greed index, and new call buying, open interest volume. Boy, it just looks really negative in my opinion. That's why I tell the folks, get ready to run for the hills, because it looks like, we got trouble ahead here in River City looking at this stock market. So let's get this out of the way here now. I have to do one piece of data correction. All right, now we'll move up here and let's get back to where we want to be. Hold a second and get to where the grains are, because I wanted to make one more comment about the grains, because boy, folks, they're really getting cheap over there, and I don't know where the bottom is. And I'm telling you, I'm going to take a look at. That's going to be off the board pretty soon, the July meal. But look what they're doing here. Look what they're doing here to the wheat, folks. They're just beating it to death. We're below. Look at the daily on the wheat now. We're making new lows from the lows we made way back here when we had the $2.50 rally. That was that move like that. Okay, look at this. This keeps going down and down. Looking at this on the weekly, we're basically, the farmers are giving their grain away, okay, and that's not a good sign, because somebody's buying it that needs it. So we're going to find out if it's going to be any good or not. But just looking at wheat, how much more it can go to the downside, you can see it's not too far away from a big ABCD down here at 22. That's another 35 cents lower. So it's looking pretty dire over there. And not only that, but this is in the middle of July, and we've had no signs of any type of crop problem. And I've gone through these many, many years, and we always have one. But when it comes, it's going to come out of the blue. If it does, maybe it will, maybe it won't. I don't know, but that's it. My game plan right now, as it stands, is to watch this December meal, get the daily up on this, because I like 1.618s, and I know they fail sometimes, but this is the kind that I like to see right down here at 303. That's about $4 from where it is right now. That's all. And when I buy this at 303, I'm only going to be risking $4. My stop is going to be $2.99. So I'm going to become a farmer for $400, and I don't have to do anything at all. Okay. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention, I got a tip. I know I've gotten tips through the years here, but I want to show you one here. This is J.B. Hunt. A tip on this stock that it was going to be up big this week. Well, it's up quite a bit so far today, but let's see what it happens. There's supposed to be something really big happen to it, and the fact is, if someone gave me a tip today, I'd say, hey, where in the hell were you back on July the 8th? You see, we're just taking we take this high out. Yeah, we just took the high of May out. That's what we've done. I couldn't buy this if they let me trade for free. Now, I'm going to follow this, because I'm going to put my limit minder in here to see if we get a big move in this either direction, and I'm going to see if the tip came true. If you remember from Jeff C. Livermore's book, he said, be neither a tip taker or a tip giver. So believe me, folks, I have never, and I swear this on the eyes of my children and the love of my mother, I have never gotten a tip that worked. Not one time in 62 years, not one time. Maybe this is the one. We'll have to pay attention to it. Okay, now we have my good friend, one of my favorite hockey players, forward for the Boston Bruins for many years, played at Boston College. Mr. Jack Hughes from Beanpot Financial will be our guest here in just a little bit, and he's really a good technician. He's got some great stuff, and I know you're going to like it. Tomorrow we're going to have Mike Moore of More Analytics. On Wednesday, we have the Astro Man himself, the Wizard of Naples, Florida, none other than Norm Winsky. And on Friday, without further ado, we'll have Stan Harley as our guest. So got some nice guests coming up, a lot of action in the markets. This is what we like to see, and hopefully we'll be able to catch some of these moves. We caught some in the past, we'll catch some in the future, but not all of them work. That's what you have to remember. They don't always work, and that's where let's get this back to what we want to be watching here. and then we'll have our guest come up pretty soon, and we will enjoy what Jack has to say. He does some really great. Oh, by Jim Bartleone's coming back the week after next, so that'll be another good one that looks really interesting. Okay, so let's pay close attention to that one also. I think we're almost ready for the break now. Let me check my watch on the wall. We've got a whole minute to go. Let's see how we're doing here with the AI and the old crude oil. This was the move for crude oil today. We were expecting a high to come in right up at this level right here, and so far we've just been rolling over, which was pretty nice. We had a nice little retracement here off of this low right here, which took us 82.19, and if you took this on a smaller time frame and found out where the 382 was on this, you just have to find it, and you'll see that it was almost spot on, just a little off. We'll be right back, folks, with Jack Huge, H-U-G-H-E. We'll be right back.
The Gold Report. As a precious metal, gold is still king. It continues to hold the most effective safe haven and hedging properties across the global major trading hubs of the London OTC market, the U.S. futures market, and the Shanghai Gold Exchange. The Gold Report. Tom O'Brien publishes his weekly gold report every Monday morning for subscribers, consisting of coverage of the XAU, HUI, GDX, the dollar, bonds, the South African rand, as well as 25 different mining equities with specific buy-sell recommendations. The Gold Report. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Subscribe to Tom O'Brien's Gold Report newsletter now at TFNN.com.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstad releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, we're back, and I believe we have Jack Hughes on the line today. Jack, how are you doing today, my friend?
I'm doing great, Larry. It's great to hear your voice again, and excited to be with you today.
Me too. It's good to hear your voice too. You can put your charts into the room now to let the folks see what would you like to talk about today, Jack? Which stocks or which charts are you going to focus on?
Well, Larry, I'm actually traveling. I don't have any charts to show, so it's going to be all verbal.
Okay, that's good.
With us, if that's okay.
Well, you've been with me for 20. Let's see, we met in 98. 98 is when we first met, and so we've been around a long time. He's been with studying all this stuff all along the way, and we've kept in close contact through the years. So, you still are with have Beanpot Financial as your go-to place? Is that your website and stuff?
Well, yeah. So Beanpot, Larry was started with another hockey player, and my background is ice hockey. Another hockey player from Boston. We both ended up in Chicago, and I was on the floor of Chicago Mercantile Exchange. I was a CME, S&P floor broker, and the other gentleman, and his other name was Jack. Also, we started a company. We had the company for 25 years as partners. We were guaranteed introducing brokers. We had a broker dealership inside there for another 20 years. My focus, Larry, was servicing our institutional clients, market analysis, trading recommendations, investment recommendations, and so forth. And I know that you know that way back then, you get very intimate with the markets, Larry, because you had to hand chart your own charts, right?
That's right. You
remember those books, right? And in addition to that, one of our clients on the floor of the Chicago Mercantile Exchange, he was a very aggressive trader, and at the time he was the second largest hedge fund in the country. And he started doing not only S&P and NASDAQ futures, but he started doing all liquid commodity futures, which took me off allowed me to get off the floor to help my partner on our trading desk. And by doing that, it interests me to start studying technicals, Larry, right? And so that's actually when you and I met. It was back in 1994. It was like right when I got off the floor. And Mark Douglas and you had a
5 days,
session back in Chicago.
A whole week tradings, 5 days a week. I remember that very vividly. Correct. Yep.
Absolutely, Larry. And a great story there is that, I left the floor. I was eager to learn. I started reading a bunch of books. I read Mark Douglas's book, Disciplined Trader, read it, finished it, read it again, right? And in the back of it, I saw that Mark was in Chicago. I called Mark up. I'm very interested, Mark. I want to find out more about, this business and how to trade. And so, we're having a trading session in 2 weeks. And also, this gentleman, Larry Pesavento, is going to be there. He's going to be trading live. And the deal is for you, Jack, is that if Larry makes money, we're going to split the money. Whatever he makes, there's going to be 15 of us here in the group. We're all going to split it. And if he loses money, you're going to get your money back, right? Which was $5,000, Larry, at that time.
Yeah, I know. I remember. Right? I remember, Jack. Yeah, I do remember very vividly.
Right. So you were busy trading, and you also explained your Fibonacci, your patterns and all that, which is exciting, which I learned a lot. So by the end of the session, we all ended up splitting a check, Larry, right? So all 15 of us got money out of it. So it was incredible. It was really exciting, and
it was, yeah. That's
when I started learning a lot about the Fibonacci and the, your 1, 2, 7 2 expansion, the square root of 2, and so forth. Yeah. And so I learned a real lot, in that session. Not only through the years, Larry. And
thank you, Jack.
What really caught my eye. Go ahead, Larry.
No, I was going to say, do you remember meeting Tom O'Brien in 2000 in New York? You guys were visiting there, and he came up to talk about Fibonacci and stuff, and he didn't know you, and you didn't know him, and they said, well, you got to go over and talk to Larry. And that's when I first met Tom, and that's how all the four of us became friends through that meeting. And I think it was 99 or 2000. I don't remember because there were so many of them that we did that.
It was back then, Larry. I did introduce you to Tom O'Brien. Absolutely, Larry.
Yeah, I remember. Yes, I certainly did. Yeah, that was good. I started doing this show in 2007, Jack. It's been 17 years, believe it or not. Over 4,000 shows. Well,
good for you, Larry.
I wish that
you don't have any problem filling up the time. I know that, Larry.
Well, and I've been around so much, I was looking at some of these old charts and got so many memories came up just being down on the floor. We were back there when things were changing. My God, you guys were in the Euro pit, weren't you? Euro dollar pit? Isn't that the one you guys traded in? Wasn't that the largest pit?
Well, the Euro was largest in size. We were in the S&P futures pit.
I knew that
incredibly busy, hectic.
Oh yeah, it was huge, very active and very dangerous to be in that pit. That's for sure. You had to be your size because you guys were big athletes, and it was easy for you to do it. But somebody, like 5'6" or 5'7" was in deep trouble unless they had some inside information. That's for sure.
Well, size helped, and plus that was what was American capitalism was all about down there, for sure, Larry.
That's where it all started, for sure. Where are you traveling today, Jack? Where are you these days?
I'm heading up to a client up in Maine.
Okay.
That's where
you're still in Boston. You're still in Boston? Yeah, you're still in Boston, right?
My office is, but I live in southern Maine, which is 75 miles north of. By the way, the bird flies from Boston.
Okay, very good. Well, listen, go ahead. I want you to tell.
Go ahead, Larry. I apologize.
No, I just want you. Well, we got a break coming up here in 56 seconds, but I'm going to kill some time here. But I believe you're still doing your trites because I still watch what you're doing and stuff. You want to when we come back from this break here, we're going to have a break here in 40 seconds. I want you to tell the folks how they can reach you, and you can show some of the work that you're doing because you do spectacular tech work, buddy. Let me tell you, Jim Bartolioni and you are in that same class, and I think they would love to see what you're doing. We're going to take a break. Stay with us, Jack. We'll be right back. Okay. One more short second. Okay, we'll be right back.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
Okay, we're back, folks. We're talking with Jack Hughes, my favorite professional hockey player from the Boston Bruins. Jack, listen, TFNN has asked me to have you come back to us on Monday or Tuesday so we can see some of your charts and we can get the folks starting to look what you're doing. Would that be okay?
Yeah, so am I going to be off the air now, Larry?
Well, no, you got a few more minutes. Anything you'd like to talk about, go right ahead. But we'd like to show you. We want to see your charts. That's the main thing. And if you'll do that next Monday or Tuesday, let me know which day you'd like to do, and we'll do that together if we could. Okay?
Absolutely, 100%, Larry. I appreciate that. And thank you again for your kind words. So I just wanted to say that getting market direction right, makes trading a lot easier and profitable. Right? And so what I did, I developed my own methodology. The derivative market profile doesn't look like market profile, but it lets me see when buyers and sellers are entering and exiting the market. Mm-hmm. One of my signals, Larry, I know you're quite aware of, is a trap, right? Yep. Is when you get buyers coming into the marketplace, and those buyers are going to propel trade to new highs. But when that doesn't happen, right? When the market doesn't make new highs, and it takes out the weak buyers, right? It is going to lead to an exodus of the weekends, and the markets do go lower. I combine markets, similar markets, like I look at the S&P, Dow, and the NASDAQ together. I want to see them all going up together, down together. For example, since 2014, and only since 2014, I've only called 10 traps, Larry, in equities, only 10. Ranging from a 16% breakdown to 4%. The last one was 4%. That was in April, mid-April of this year. And so it works on both sides of the market, up and down and so forth. In addition to that, through your introduction to Bill Olofsky out in Chicago, he's been helping me put together a systematic trading system, Larry. And this system is 100% hands-off. It's 85% accurate. It's one of those systems that I traded way back when I was sharing my trading every day with you and others. Yep. And it's very exciting. We were supposed to go live on beginning of July. There was a kink in the coding, but it's going to be going live shortly. But since the beginning of July, for example, there have been 5 trades. A couple of them being soybeans being shot on July. Soybeans was long, actually, on July, beginning of July. It's still long. I'm sorry, short, still short today. And also, it's a swing trading system. And in addition to that, like, for example, gold, I got long gold a few days ago and took a profit. And on Friday, the market went down. It took me out of the balance. So you always have stops in. It's very accurate. I have a blind report that you see that's available to your subscribers if interested. If people want to trade along with me with my my swing trading methodology, which will be launching shortly, that'll be available also, Larry.
All right, listen, we'll plan either next Monday or Tuesday, okay, buddy? We would like to see some of these charts. They're really interested.
Okay, let's talk in between time, Larry. Thanks again for the time.
I'm here for you anytime, buddy. Travel safe.
Thank you, Larry. Appreciate it.
You bet.
Have a great
Jack.
day.
You bet. That'll be something for next week, folks. We'll have Jack Hughes on, and Hughes, Hughes, and you will you'll see some of the charts that he does. They are unusual, and he's very good at what he does, so I think it'll be fun to look at. Now, we've got a little more time here. Let me get some charts up here because we're starting to see the stocks reverse a little bit. They're still up, but Dow's only up, excuse me, about 150. The S&P still up. Let's share the charts here for just a second, and we'll be right back, so hold on. Just a minute. Doesn't take very much time to cook this up and be ready to go. I wanted to go over some of the currencies too, because here's basically where we are with the NASDAQ now. You can see whoopsie daisy, get this up here. Get that out of the way. See, there was we went up and we made a higher high on the day than we did here on Friday. And then you can see here, we've come down, we had a rally, but the rally back on this rally, let's just move this out of the way. This is what we always look for. Look for this steep down, and then look for that 382 rally, and there it was. Now, when that happens, that does two things for you. It tells you what your risk is on this. Now you're in a risk-free situation. But if you look at it from a profit point of view, you're going to, because we've got 3 hours left to go in the trading, well, 2.5, only 2 hours left. You'll see we should get down to this level right here, which is down another 80 points at 24.87. So we're going to put the bell ringer on this one here. There's your 1.618 expansion. And the number that we're looking at here for the low of the day will be at 20,487. And then we'll see what's happening from that level. I think, folks, I really feel really strongly about this ABCD pattern here. I mean, I feel really strongly. Well, I'll tell you how strongly I feel. I have a couple people that have been following me forever, very dear friends, and one of them, who's a really close friend, told me today that I had no chance of ever winning on this short position in stocks. And I said, okay. I said, I respect your opinion, however wrong it may be. The words of Abraham Lincoln, of course, not me. But I said, look, all I can tell you is I've looked at all these charts. I've looked at all these indicators that are out there, the call buying and all the other stuff, the open interest. And boy, there's a problem in the market, but I'm the only person in the world that sees it. So I must be wrong, but that's the way it is. Someday it's chicken salad. Someday it's chicken something else. It just depends on how you mix it. All right, let's take a look here at the U.S. dollar index since we got your attention here. This is money, actually. Well, we should look at the euro because that's the opposite of it, and you don't trade the dollar index very much. But here's the euro. This is just a half-hour chart. But as you can see here, we were up a little bit earlier this morning. Here we took out the highs of the previous day. You can see that we did that this morning, and now it started to roll over. What we're looking at on the daily here, we were up against some major resistance. So all we did was take this out by just a heartbeat. When that's not how markets usually react. I mean, my goodness, it should have popped through there real easily. So looking at this on an hourly basis, like we were just doing, move this over. What I would have been looking at today, which I would have, but this would not have been because it didn't complete. This would have been nice had it completed, but let me draw it in for you. This would have been a beautiful 3-drive pattern. There's drive 1. That would have been on Thursday, Friday, and then today. That would have been nice if you could get up here, but it didn't get there. You see, it missed the ABCD pattern by a substantial amount. Look at this. See, just missed it by that. That's a lot. 27. Well, it's 8 pips. I guess not so much on an hourly chart, but that's it. I would not have been filled on this because I would have been looking to sell it up in here, and it didn't get there, and Now it's starting to go down, but that's what that is. That's over. Look, that's from the 11th. That was back on Friday, wasn't it? Yeah, that was Thursday. So that's a 3-day rally and didn't go anywhere. All right, let's take a break here. 877-927-6648. We'll be right back.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pros pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
The stock market is a delicate interconnecting web of commodities, equities, and trader psychology. When one string of the web is pulled, it has a ripple effect across the broader market. This is where opportunity lies. But how are you to gather all of this information into one cohesive model when you're already spending your energy looking for any possible trade opportunities? Luckily, you don't have to worry about that, as Tom O'Brien has brought all important market news to you in one single newsletter, Market Insights. Market Insights provides a daily overview of what's happening in the indexes, bonds, gold, and more. Follow along with Tom daily as he analyzes the components that affect the overall movement of the stock market, giving insight into how each one plays either a bullish or bearish role. Tom also analyzes specific equities that he believes has the potential to make huge returns, and his track record proves his analysis right. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Don't let the market leave you in the dust.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, I posted the Dow Jones Industrial Average. This is off of Yahoo because I don't look at the DJT technicals because it's I trade the futures. But this is the actual cash market with the 3-drive pattern. Now, we did complete that. I pointed that out when we were doing the Dow Jones. Hold on one second. Hopefully, we'll get it up here without too much trouble. And hold on a second here. This is it where we want to be watching. Just a second, and we'll be right there. There's what we completed today, and that's why it's completed. You see, with the futures, they are trading at a large premium. See, we're at 40,500 roughly, and the Dow Jones is still at 40,100 or something like that. There's a huge discrepancy. The actual number on this, you can see, you can measure it. It came right to there, which was right almost exactly on the money of that ABCD. And not only that, we're up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 days. The number of times you see an 8-day move is small. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This was 10 days, and then it had a huge correction. That's on the weekly. And here we are at 9 days, and so this is getting ready to have maybe a down day or down week. I doubt that could happen, but maybe it will, maybe it won't. So remember, tomorrow's guest will be Mike Moore of Moore Analytics. Also, I heard this morning on TV, Mr. Jerome Powell was on and told us inflation was pretty much over. I guess he doesn't go to the supermarket very much, but must drive an electric car. I don't know, but boy, I certainly don't see any signs of inflation dampening here in the old Pueblo. That's for absolute certainty. But that's what they're reporting to us, so I guess that's what we have to do. I'm anxious to see. I'm going to watch the convention tonight. And I don't really care about politics, folks. All I want to do is someone that almost lost his life coming back that fast. I had to take my hat off and say, boy, you're a holder of good thoughts, I guess. Anyway, we'll see you on the flip side tomorrow. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude, and may God bless.